girls, welcome back to the bench. Today we are going to start on the next group build that I entered into, and that is burgers and beer. As you can see, I've got this 1974 Torino Cobra, and I already did an unboxing on this here, so basically I'm going to show you what I've gotten done so far. So, let me move the box out of the way, and we'll start. First off, the body is in primer. As you can see, looks pretty good. The chassis, I have painted the bottom section and part of the front section with NATO black. And I will probably do a little bit of detailing on here. I don't know how much I will do on here. Now, the decals, these pretty cool decals. Now, they give you this decal for the hood. I'm probably going to paint it instead of, so it'll look more natural painted rather than have a decal. Plus the fact that a decal this size could mess up on you when you putting it on. But it's got a lot of nice other stuff. I will be using a lot of these decals on here. It's got instrument cluster and dashboard there. It looks pretty good. Lots of license plates. It's got the Cobra down here. So yeah, I'll probably be using a lot of these decals. The color I'm going to do this in is Grabber Blue. This is a Scale Finishes, and it's a enamel, gloss enamel. So 1974 Grabber Blue. Alright, so next what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, like I said, I already started working on this guy. Got the engine pretty much put together. Now, again, I down here on this part of the belt assembly is the alternator. I found the alternator. On this side, they don't show you what goes there. So I'm kind of lost at that. I do see something that might go there, but I'm not sure. I have to keep on going through the instructions to see if I can find something. I used the factory carburetor on this. Pre-wired distributor I put in here. All the wiring is done. I should have used a different color on the ignition wires, but oh well, that's okay. And my positive and negative cable. So, in this video, what I want to do is to get the chassis together and maybe get it standing up on all four wheels. I'm not sure yet, and maybe, I don't know how far I'm going to go with this, but I might put color on the car also. We'll see. I don't want to make these videos too long. I'm trying to keep them about 10 minutes. So, give me a minute and we'll start taking stuff apart that we need to do this chassis. Be right back. Couple things that I am learning. I originally just blew by this first step here, and I said, well, let me check and see what that said up there, because there's a question mark. So the letters in the squares are colors, and I had to figure out what they meant by twister version. And then it also says if you do this version, you have to sand down the grills or gills, as I call them, on the side of the car. I was curious as to what they meant there. So the C is the Grabber Blue, but the M is, let's see if I can get to that real quick. The M is Orange Gloss. So I'm going to do it in the Grabber Blue, as I told you guys earlier. Now, I already did the engine here and the engine here. Now, as I was explaining earlier, that this piece down here, 21 is the belt assembly. They point into 17, but actually, if you follow it, it goes in and it comes down, they point into the oil pan. There's nothing that shows me what goes on that pulley. I look further down the line, I don't see anything. Anyhow, I guess we'll figure that out later on. But I am at this point right now, except for the exhaust. The exhaust I have to paint. But the engine is ready to drop into the chassis, and I can show you that right now. And there it is. Looks like it's going to be a nice fit when everything is together. Okay, so my next step is step 5 and step 6. We're not going to do step 6 just yet. We're going to skip down to step 9. We're going to get all the 9 and 10. We're going to get all the suspension ready to accept wheels. So, with that being said, we need to start cutting the stuff off the sprues and get them painted and start putting stuff together. So, with that being said, we'll be right back. I like to show how I do the build, but in order for me to keep my videos under 10 minutes, I can't really show you how I do it. The only thing I could do is do it and then do it in time lapse, so you guys get an idea of how I do it. So, with that being said, what we're looking at here is the sprues for number 5, 9, and 10. Those are the ones I'm going to be cutting off, assembling, and getting them ready for paint. So, with that being said, let me get this out of the way, and we'll start doing this. Be right back. Show you what I have accomplished so far. These are the instructions for this kit, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are completed on this page. I even found what was supposed to be on that empty pulley that I saw. What I did, I went through the parts sprue and I looked at the parts that I suspected went on there, and when I looked it up in the parts list, that's why I like Revell, because they gave me the parts list. It told me that that was the power steering pump, so I was correct. So this is complete. This video may go a little bit longer than 10 minutes, only because it's the first one on this build, and I want to show you how I accomplished everything. So this page is totally complete, and this page is also complete. And I had to jump ahead a little bit to this guy and this guy, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So, with all that being said, in the next video, we're going to start with the interior and maybe even get this car finished in the next video. I'm not sure. There are 7, 8, 9, 10 colors on this, and I had to write them down so I would remember what I painted. Anyhow, we'll start at the bottom. The entire floor was done in NATO black. Now, I know you can't see this, but all the chassis rails were done in flat black. The exhaust system was done in Rust-Oleum metal paint. Sorry about that. Let's see. The differential was done in gunmetal. The fuel tank was done in aluminum. The springs were done in flat black, and the suspension was done in gunmetal. The calipers were done in Ferrari red. The rotors were done in gunmetal. The engine is Tamiya light blue. Transmission is Vallejo steel or oily steel, one of the two. This front suspension is steerable. I don't want to do it right now because it's really stiff and I don't want to break nothing. So, drive shaft is in with a flat black also. Now, after everything was in here, I wanted to get a little bit more than flat black, but I didn't want to go glossy. So I took my semi-gloss clear, and I did the entire bottom in that semi-gloss clear. Tires and wheels are put together. Now, I just wanted to show you all of this with the front calipers and all that before I put the wheels on. These wheels have to get glued on. The reason being is because they are very, very loose when they're on the spindles. In the Ford Torino Cobra Jet, sitting on all four wheels, they are glued on like I had mentioned that they would have to be, but here they are, as you can see. And so this chassis is 100% complete, and the wheels are steerable. The only problem is they keep jumping off the spindles, so I'm not going to touch those. I'm just going to leave them alone. I won't glue them, I just won't touch them. Anyhow, just want to give you guys a little sneak peek of what will be in the next video. This is the color I chose, and the car is in color, but I'm not going to show it in this video. You guys will have to wait till next video to see the color on the car. Anyhow, with all that being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Excuse me. Pit Stop Scale Model Garage out for now. Toodles!